Hi, I'm Dora, and I'm here to tell you about the Anchor app, which is a totally free place to do podcasts. I've been using Anchor for quite some time now, and I must say that I really totally enjoy using this app because it's so easy to maneuver through, and it also gives me that professional sound that I'm looking for. You can also use this service on your phone or your computer. They also have tools that will allow you to record and edit your podcast so that you also can get that professional sound that you might be looking for. Not only that, Anchor will also distribute the podcast for you, and it can be heard everywhere like Spotify and Apple Podcasts and many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. You can download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. It's easy to use, so go ahead and download today so that you too can start your podcast. Hello and welcome to Life as It Is with me, Dora Middleton. I would like to talk about relationships today and basically what's going on in a typical relationship. I've noticed that when people are in a relationship, it's not about how much you care about the person or how much you might love the person. It seems more like it's for convenience and for stability. And what I mean when I say convenience and stability, it seems as if these days people are looking for a way to come up. Some of them, at least. They're looking for someone that has stability when it comes to financial situations. And you have the people that marry just because the person can financially support them in a way to where they wouldn't have to worry about anything, dealing with finances. Also these days, marriages, it's like you have these people that they've dated each other for 10, 15 years and decided to get engaged and get married, and the marriage doesn't last 6 months. But then you hear about people that met, dated for a couple of months, got married, or even a couple of weeks, got married, and they've been married for 50 years, 60 years. So I guess the question I have is, how soon is too soon to get married, basically? How do you all feel about marriage in that aspect? Is there a certain amount of time a person should wait before they get married? Or is it to where, if you feel that you have an instant connection and instant chemistry to this person, should you just go ahead and if he proposes, or even if she does it, because it's 2019, so women are proposing more, and it doesn't have to just be the man. So I guess, like I said, the question is how soon, how quick. Is it too soon if it's a month, 2 months? Or should you give it at least a year to be engaged before you decide if you're going to go ahead and marry someone? That's the questions that I have. How soon is too soon? And then the other question I've been asking myself is, considering the fact that I just turned 47 over the summer, I've had chances to be married, of course, but I'm not going to marry anyone if that's not where my heart is at, regardless of how much money they might have. If my heart is not there, I am not going to marry anyone, because you have to think about how you're going to feel in the long run. Why would you marry someone that you can't stand to look at on an everyday basis, or you just don't have that connection to that person? Why would you put yourself through that? And why would you put the man through that? But my question is, at 47, I'm set in my own ways. You know, I know how I want things to be in my life. So would I really want to get married at this point? I'm almost 50 years old. I've done everything myself for so long. Why should I turn around and start something off new when I've already established my life alone? You know, I have children, you know, so I have my children. I have grandchildren. So I just ask myself sometimes, is it better just to date, you know, and just live life, or bring someone else into my life at 47? You know, because I know they are set in their ways. At that age, basically everyone is set in their ways, and then I'm set in my ways. So how would that work out? Yeah, I think about that a lot. You know, should I go ahead and just jump the broom, or, you know, just say, okay, I've done it this long alone, I can continue to do it. I think about that. And I know I'm not the only one that thinks about that. I've spoken to women where they say they would get married and be with someone as long as he can have his own place and she can have her own place. So basically it's like it's married but living apart, and come together in the middle, basically. So I guess, you know, I feel that, I believe that what they're saying is they want that time with their spouse, but they also want their time away. So that's another question that, you know, I kind of want to hear someone else's opinion on, because I think I wouldn't say that wouldn't work out. As long as the couple has some type of understanding to how they feel about each other and what to expect from one another, I really do believe it would be possible to live like that. You know, he has his own home, you have your own home. You spend time with him, he spends time with you. You guys spend months. I'm just saying, it would be okay to have your own place. So when either one of you want to get away and just relax and just have that time to yourself, that you can do that and have a place to go. I'm not saying never come together with your spouse and you all just don't ever be together under the same roof for a long period of time. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's okay to have your place, or he keeps his place, and whenever someone needs a breather, hey, go there, relax, kick your feet up, enjoy a nice cup of tea, coffee, glass of wine, and just relax by yourself. I think I don't have a problem with that. And I don't think I would knock anyone for saying that they would want to do that. But I also wanted to talk about the fact that there's so many people these days where it seems like everyone wants to cheat. And obviously they're not too good at it because everyone is getting caught. And I feel if you are man or woman enough to propose to someone, why on earth would you get in a marriage and start cheating? If you know if you want to be a part of a married life, a married situation. So why would you step out on your spouse? What is going on in your household to where you can't talk to your spouse and see what's lacking, or what you might need to change, or what he might need to change? What's so hard about that? People these days don't know how to talk to each other. And they find it just so easy to call up a divorce lawyer and just, that's it. They don't fight for their marriage. They don't want counseling for their marriage. They allow outsiders to come in and interrupt their lives. You know, some people look for married people to cheat with because they don't want the responsibility of being in a true relationship. There's no strings attached. So you have a lot of men and women out there that only wants to date someone that's married because they want to wreak havoc in someone else's lives because they don't have that stability or whatever it is. They might not have it. I can't say they don't have it because they could be doing very well. But they just don't want the strings. They want no strings attached. So, that's something that I just have these questions, and I talk to a lot of people and I get so many different answers for all of these things that I've mentioned, to where you just sit back and you wonder, do half of these people even know what vows mean? When you take those vows at the altar, do you know that it's supposed to be till death do you part? Why is it that people are so quick to walk away instead of working on what they have? Why leave something good just because you've hit a little rough patch? You know, things aren't going so well in your marriage. You're okay with just picking up and walking away with maybe whomever he or she is you're cheating with. And then when you get over there, the grass isn't always as green as you think it's going to be. So then you find yourself trying to come back. And if your partner has moved on, then you're interrupting that situation. So that's why I say people really need to sit down and think about, what exactly is it that they want? Do they want love? Are they looking for a sugar mama, sugar daddy? What is it that these people out here what are they looking for? I think a lot of people need to do some soul searching, because when you're out here doing the things that you're doing, you're bringing other people into your BS. You're bringing people into your drama. And people like myself don't want to be in your drama. That's why I am very picky about who I talk to. I don't talk to married men. I don't talk to engaged men. I don't talk to any men that's in any relationship. Okay? And another thing I have a problem with is, I won't date a man that can sit and look in my eyes, in my face, and tell me that he does not see his children. There is no reason for you not to be taking care of your children or seeing your children. And if you're okay not seeing your kids, you're not the man for me. Okay? Because you're not man enough for me. If you help make that child, you should be a part of that child's life. The mother shouldn't do it alone. And if it's the father doing it alone, he shouldn't have to do it alone. I have no respect. I mean, zero respect for anyone that's not there for their children. I don't want to hear any excuses. Well, we argue, we get along. I don't want to hear it. If you can't do things better for your children, then both of you have problems. Okay? The problem is the two of you. Because there is absolutely no reason why you can't come together and just say, hey, we are going to be civilized. We are going to co-parent. We are both going to be here for this child or these children. But I don't see that these days. All you see is a bunch of men just laying seeds everywhere and babies out here, and they're not man enough to take care of them. And when they're tired of playing around in the streets, then they come to the woman and they want to play house. Oh, they want to play daddy because things aren't working out for them. Someone's coming because they want to be taken care of. They want to feel like they're being loved. No, it does not work that way. And I really wish that the women out there just stand your ground and stop it. Okay. Just stop making it so hard for women out there that might be like me, that's independent, that's strong-minded, that's not going to tolerate the BS. Stop making it to where when women like me meet men, they think that we are going to babysit them. I'm not babysitting any grown ass men or man, okay? That's just something I'm not going to do. Okay, I didn't sign up for that. I'm not your mother. I'm not your babysitter. I'm not your counselor, okay? I'm not looking to be any of the above. And I think that's what's going on as well. You have a lot of men and women out there that's just not grown up enough. It should not be the way it is out here. It's so hard to find a good man. And for others, I know it's hard for men to find good women. I mean, because there's bad in both, you know. But I really think that it should be some changes, because changes are needed. Okay, I'm going to take a brief break and I will be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Life as It Is with Dora Middleton. I was talking to everyone regarding relationships and marriage, and I wanted to add the fact that I think that there's a lot of people that's running around here that's afraid. They are so afraid of being hurt that they are not being open enough to be in a real, true relationship. You know, they feel what they're feeling is if they let their guards down, they're going to be hurt. But here's the thing. Everyone has been hurt in some relationship at some point of their lives. No one out here has been in a relationship somewhere that didn't leave them a little bit heartbroken, upset, or something. You know, and I would never allow anyone to sit here and tell me otherwise, because I wouldn't believe it. And because if no one has ever been in a situation like that, then there will be a lot of people walking around here, smiles on their faces, skipping and being in love, just not caring about the world, period. I just know that everyone's been hurt one way or the other, some more than others, but they've been hurt. I think that anyone that's not married, and even people that's married, everyone needs to just sit back and think about what's going on in their relationships and think about what needs to be changed. I think every couple should sit down at least once a week and just talk about what's going on in this relationship. Is there anything that might need to be changed? Is there something that one might not be doing that the other would like for them to do? Whether it's go out a little bit more and have fun time together, you know, just sit down and talk about it. People have a problem expressing what they are feeling these days. Now, personally, me, I can talk about anything and probably talk too much, but I can talk about anything out there. There's not a subject that I won't talk about, because I am not afraid to talk to anyone about anything. And I'm not afraid to ask anyone anything that I would like to know, if it's someone that I'm trying to see if we are compatible, you know, if I would like to be in a relationship with this person. So I want someone that can be open as I am. If I ask you a question, just answer it. Don't, make up any excuses to why you can't answer it. I expect answers, okay? And if I see that you can't give me these answers, then I need to walk away, because I will not let anyone waste my time, and I'm not going to waste anyone else's time. And then you have people that's so afraid of being in a relationship, because it looks like these days, if people aren't satisfied with something that's going on in their relationships, when a person tried to break up with them, they kill them. Rather than leave them and just walk away, they kill them. These people are killing babies. They're killing children, their wives, their husbands. But why? Why are you that selfish and that tormented to where you don't want to be here? So you take the lives of everyone that's involved in a situation. If you don't want to be here, then do what you want to do to yourself and leave everyone else alone. There's a lot of people that's afraid to date because, God, if you break up with someone, you don't know what they might come back and do. And the type of person I am, I don't even get in anyone's cars. If I'm going out on a date with someone, I will meet you wherever we are going to go. I refuse to get in your car. I really have to know you well to get in your car, because I can't trust people like that. And believe me, over the years, I have met some crazies. I have stories that I can tell you that will make you think that I am in some type of movie. And I've met the crazies, okay? The ones that stalk your house, the ones that tell you if you don't want to be with you, they'll crash the car with you and them in it and kill both of you. Oh, I've been in situations like that. That's why I don't get in anyone's cars, because I don't trust people like that, because there's a lot of people running around here. They have some screws loose, and I hate to say it that way, but there's a lot of mental illnesses out there that people are not dealing with. And when something happens in their lives that might upset them or that they don't like, then next thing you know, they've flipped out. And you're on the wrong side of that. You really don't want to be on the wrong side of that. You're so afraid to break up with anyone because you don't know what to expect. But I will say this much: if this man or this woman starts showing you traits of being a little bit touched or a little bit crazy, then you need to get away. Don't assume, okay, they're just having a bad day. They're a little bit, upset right now. No, if they're showing you that from the beginning, run. You need to run. You don't want to put yourself in that situation, because the more that person is around you, the more they are going to want you. And if they cannot have you, guess what? They are not going to want anyone else to have you. You don't want to be in that situation. So when I've gone out with people and I see that you're capable of that type of behavior, I get away from you. I don't bring people to my home. That's something I'm not going to do. I don't care what type of relationship I'm in. You're not coming to my home until I know that you're stable, until I know about you, I know about your family. You're not going to know where I live. I don't even have to go to your home until I get to know you. That's another thing I don't do. I don't go to anyone else's home, because if I don't know you and what I look like stepping foot in your home, and I don't even know where your head is really, what type of person you really are. I mean, we all can show a person what we believe they want to see, but the more a person starts to like you, that's when the true colors show. That's when the obsession might show, the jealousy, and you got to be careful with that. So I think why I call this segment Dating in the 40s, because, for one, we're dating at a later age, and, the average person does not want to be, you don't want to be single. Some people feel lonely. Some people want companionship. And personally, me, I'm not out there just hopping from one person to another. And if I'm not in a relationship, I don't try to be with anyone, especially physically like that. I don't touch anyone, because that is something your body should be your temple. Okay. And I always tell people my jewels mean a lot to me. Okay. So my body this is my body. This is my temple. And I'm going to keep it clean and safe. So I'm not out there hopping from one person to the other. I'm looking for my forever, not a just for now. And it's a lot of people out there that's looking for just now, just someone for just, right now, the moment. And it shouldn't be like that. And that's why, and people are doing that, and they won't even be safe. They're not even being safe, and that's another thing that have a lot of people afraid, to branch off, because you're afraid of what you might get hold of, which I think that both people should go get themselves checked. If you are trying to be with this person, the two of you should get checked out, to make sure that everyone's clean. But here's also another thing. Yeah, you could get yourself checked out, but you are still afraid, because what if he steps out, or what if she steps out on you? Okay. What do? You can't control that. That's why I say the way I say. I don't care if I've dated this person for 5 years, 10 years. And I still don't think that I will be willing to touch anyone without any type of protection. I can't do that. I don't think I would be willing to do that, because this day and age, the STD rates are so high everywhere. You have people that's hiding what they have. They're hiding what they're doing. And I love myself too much, my life too much, my children too much, to go out and get myself in a situation. So that's something I'm not going to do. And I think that people it's just so much dealing with dating and dealing with marriage as well. Because like I said, you're not safe really just because you're in this marriage. Because if your spouse decides they want to go out and creep, okay, they're not thinking about you. They're only thinking about being satisfied by someone else. And they're still putting you in danger. So that's why I say at the age of 47, I sit back and wonder sometimes, what exactly is it that I really want to do? Do I want to be in a relationship? Do I want to be married? I know I have friends. Yes, I go out. I don't sit around and do nothing. I go out with friends, But my thing is, do I want to be serious with anyone? Because I have a lot of things that I'm doing right now with my own business, and I focus in on things like that. I don't allow myself to focus on anything other than that, except for my family. That's where my attention is at. My family, my children, my family, my business. I know at some point I'm going to have to decide, okay, do I want to be in a relationship, and what type of relationship? Just a long-term relationship? And am I okay if do I want marriage out of it? What is it that I want? I think that's the question that a lot of us need to answer, because there's a lot of confused people out there. I'm not confused, because I know what I want to focus in on right now. I know what I want, but I'm saying the people out there that don't know what they want, they need to really sit down and ask themselves, do I want to be in this committed relationship? You really should ask yourself that, so that you won't bring anyone into your mess. Basically, if you know you don't want to be in a committed relationship, don't play with anyone's feelings. Don't pretend like you do. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go find their happiness. Let them go be fabulous. But just don't have someone dangling there by the string, and you don't want them. Or at least you don't want the same thing that they want. So I guess that's what I want to hear from you all. I want to hear how you all feel about the things that I just discussed with you. Feel free to leave me a message and just tell me how you feel about the situations that I've been talking about. And I will respond to everyone. So until next time, I would like to thank you for joining me on Life as It Is with Dora Middleton, and I'll speak to you again soon. Take care.